for today's video, I'm going to be going into the simple future tense in Spanish. And this will be the first way you learn how to talk in the future in Spanish. So I'll go over the formula for the tense and practice questions. Okay, so like I said, the video is about the simple future tense. And you use the future tense when you are talking about something that is upcoming or going to come up, it's happening in the future. So the formula for the simple future tense in Spanish is ir plus a plus infinitive. And this just means you first use a form of ir, which means to go. Then you use a, which can stand for to, and then the infinitive will be the action that you're doing. So for example, if I was about to say, I am going to run, I would conjugate ir to fit the yo pronoun, me, so I. Then I would place the a, and then I'd put in the infinitive for to run. And I'll go into that example right now. Okay, so here it is, I am going to run. And I know that this is in the future because I have not ran yet. I'm going to. So I'll go into how this fits into our simple future tense formula. So the I am going will fit in for the ir. The a fits in for to. And for the infinitive, that's where you put run. So the translation of ir is like going to do something. So I am going to run. So in Spanish, it would be voy a correr. I conjugated voy in the yo form because I am going. Then I placed in the a, and then I put in the infinitive for run, which is correr. And then right now, I'll actually go into the conjugations of ir. Okay, so I'm going to conjugate ir, and you might remember this from a past video or just from in class, but I'll just go over it again so you remember. So the yo form of ir is voy, then the to form is vas, the usted form is va, the nosotras form is vamos, the vosotras form is vais, and the ellas, ustedes form is van. And if you remember, ir is a oi verb, and that's why it goes voy. Then it's vas, va, vamos, vais, van. So this is what you have to remember for the first part of the simple future tense formula. So here's another example. She is going to cook. The person we're talking about, she, has not cooked yet, so we know we have to use this future tense, the simple future tense. And then I'll highlight how it fits into the formula again so you guys can see it. The she is going fits the ir, the to fits a, and then cook fits the infinitive. So in translation, since we know it is in the she form, which is the usted form, the conjugation for ir will be va. Then we put in the a, and then we put in the infinitive for to cook, cocinar. And also the infinitive can fit in for like the infinitive to cook is cocinar, but the way I like to think of it is the a kind of stands for the to cook. So yeah. So here's an example you guys can try. We are going to sleep. And I'll even highlight so you guys can know how it fits in the formula. So the we are going would be the ir part, to would be the a part, and to sleep would be the infinitive. So try to translate this, pause the video, and I'll go into what the answer is. If you get vamos a dormir, you are right. It's vamos because we conjugated ir for the pronoun we. We are going, vamos. To, sleep, dormir, which is the infinitive for to sleep. So vamos a dormir. Here's another example that you can translate. So pause the video and I'll go into the answer. And this time I'm not going to highlight it, and I want you guys to try it without that. Okay, so I hope you guys tried it, and I'll go into the answer. So the they are going will be the ir part, to will be a, and to leave will be the infinitive. So the answer for this one would be van, as that's the conjugation for they. Then we add the a, and then to leave, the infinitive for to leave in Spanish is salir. So it would be van a salir. Okay, so here is the layout once again. Ir plus a plus infinitive. And ir can be conjugated voy, vas, va, vamos, vais, van. And you commonly use the simple future tense when you're trying to say I'm going to go, I'm going to do a certain thing, she is going to do something. That is when you use the simple future tense. And I will put a worksheet that you guys can try to practice the simple future tense and then put the answers at the end of the video. Okay, so here's the worksheet, and you guys can take a screenshot of this and put in Notability and do it, or answer on a piece of paper. And I'll go over the answers, and I wanted to go over that on the left side. I give you the verb, and then you can conjugate the verb and do the ir plus a plus infinitive with the verb given. But then on the right side, I do not give you the verb, and you have to do a full translation with the simple future tense. And then once again, I'll write down that it's ir plus a plus the infinitive. So if you want, you can pause the video and try these questions, and then I'll put the answers right now. Okay, so here are the answers, and I highlighted the answers in red, but then I also highlighted each question to fit the ir plus a plus infinitive. And then also, in the parentheses, for the answers, you can include the subject pronoun. So, for example, for the first question, I am going to read, you can put in yo voy a leer, or you can just say voy a leer. Both answers are correct. You can either include the subject pronoun if that's easy for you, or you can drop the subject pronoun if you are able to conjugate without it. So I'll go over the answers. So the first one is voy a leer. The second is van a prestar atención. The third is van a necesitar una calculadora. And then the fourth, it's saying Rosa, but Rosa would fit the ella subject pronoun, she. So it would be va a ver la tele. Then va a sacar apuntes. Voy a sacar buenas notas. Vamos a escuchar la maestra. Van a llevar un uniforme. And then for the right side, it's vamos a ir a la Spain. Voy a ir a la biblioteca. Va a ir a Quick Trip. Van a ir al cine. Vas a ir a la oficina. And the last one is supposed to say you all Spain, so that's why it's vas a ir a la oficina. So once again, it's ir plus a plus infinitive for the simple future tense, and you can use this when you're trying to say I'm going to. So I will post a screenshot of a helpful ir plus a plus infinitive infographic. So here's the infographic, and I highlighted it to fit the colors that we used in the video. So it's ir plus a plus infinitive, and if you want, you can screenshot this. And then yeah, once again, this is the simple future tense for Spanish. So I hope this video was helpful, and if not, please leave us some comments or questions and we'll get to them. Thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe. Bye now.